I'm fascinated by William and Kate's behind the scenes video, which we saw a few seconds of and then the full 10 minutes in the past few days. What I'm particularly interested in and particularly keen to talk about with you is the visual language of it. Now, we know that way back when there was only ever sort of one camera and things were rather stiff, and then there's sort of been the compromise of the behind the scenes lengthy documentary. But this was shot and was full of a very informal series of moments. And it seems to have been absolutely pitched at a section of the community that this is what they expect when they watch a video about the insider life of a royal. What did you think of the video production, the way that this was overtly meant to look informal and was pitched very young?
Absolutely, and bang on the money. They are Hollywood casting. They look good, they sound good, they say all the right things, they're very progressive. And as I said earlier, they've got three beautiful, very well brought up, I know that for a fact, and refreshingly normal young children. I'm sure you saw in the Eurovision thing, the princess playing the piano. We didn't have enough of it. It was about 10 seconds. But unconsciously there, or consciously, she's a great admirer of the late Diana, Princess of Wales. And what she was channeling there was something that happened in Melbourne in 1988. The Princess of Wales, as she then was with Prince Charles. And they went to the Conservatoire of Music, and the director rather ambushed her, rather cheekily, and he said, will you play the piano? So she went over with her handbag, she put the handbag on the floor, and she sat behind this grand piano, and she got into about 8 or 9 bars of the second Rachmaninoff piano concerto, which is not easy to do. And then she sort of more or less ran out of steam and ran out, was slightly embarrassed by it all. And then the director gave her a big kiss on the cheek, which was also quite cheeky. But in a way, what Kate is doing, she is very clever, and all the photographs you see of the family, of the children, they're rather good pictures because they know the photographer. The photographer is their mother. This is a visual medium. You're on a visual medium, so am I. She realizes the world today, people aren't reading newspapers. Young people aren't reading newspapers. They're on their devices all the time. They're looking at television. They're looking at images. And of course, it's well done. I'm not saying it's calculated. I just think it's a clever way of communicating, because they haven't put a foot wrong since they got together. And there was a long apprenticeship there. I mean, they were together 7 or 8 years before they got married. But the key to it is, Paul, the key to it is they love each other. And that is something which you can't buy and you can't guarantee, because Prince William was the first royal prince who was allowed to have a free choice in his spouse. He chose a woman who grew up not knowing that she would one day become a queen, which she may do in due course, and a princess, and it's worked out very well.